Chapter 2: The Project Management and Information Technology Context. All information for this presentation is from the book, Information Technology Project Management, 8th edition. Learning Objectives. Describe the system's view of project management and how it applies to information technology (IT) projects. Understand organizations, including the four frames: organizational structures, and organizational culture. Explain why stakeholder management and top management commitment are critical for a project's success. Learning objectives. Understand the concept of a project phase and the project life cycle, and distinguish between project development and product development. Discuss the unique attributes and diverse nature of IT projects. Describe recent trends affecting IT project management, including globalization, outsourcing, virtual teams, and agile project management. Projects cannot be run in isolation. Projects must operate in a broad organizational environment. Project managers need to use systems thinking. White bullet, taking a holistic view of carrying out projects within the context of the organization. Senior managers must make sure projects continue to support current business needs. A systems view of project management. A systems approach emerged in the 1950s to describe a more analytical approach to management and problem solving. Three parts include: white bullet, systems philosophy, an overall model for thinking about things as systems. White bullet, systems analysis, problem-solving approach. White bullet, systems management, address business, technological, and organizational issues before making changes to systems. Figure 2.1 provides a sample of business, organizational, and technological issues that could be factors in the tablet project. In this case, technological issues, though not simple by any means, are probably the least difficult to identify and resolve. However, projects must address issues in all three spheres of the systems management model. Although it is easier to focus on the immediate and sometimes narrow concerns of a particular project, project managers and other staff must recognize the effects of any project on the interests and needs of the entire system or organization. The college president and senior administrators, in particular, will focus on whether the tablet project adds value to the college as a whole. As shown in Figure 2.2, you can try to understand organizations better by focusing on different perspectives. Organizations can be viewed as having four different frames: structural, human resources, political, and symbolic. 1. The structural frame deals with how the organization is structured, usually depicted in an organizational chart, and focuses on different groups' roles and responsibilities to meet the goals and policies set by top management. This frame is very rational and focuses on coordination and control. For example, within the structural frame, a key IT issue is whether a company should centralize the IT personnel in one department or decentralize across several departments. You will learn more about organizational structures in the next section. The human resources (HR) frame focuses on producing harmony between the needs of the organization and the needs of people. It recognizes that mismatches can occur between the needs of the organization and those of individuals and groups, and works to resolve any potential problems. For example, many projects might be more efficient for the organization if employees work 80 or more hours a week for several months. However, this work schedule would conflict with the personal lives and health of many colleagues as a whole. What went wrong? In a paper titled, "A Study in Project Failure," two researchers examined the success and failure of 214 IT projects over an 8-year period in several European countries. The researchers found that only 1 in 8, 12.5%, were considered successful in terms of meeting scope, time, and cost goals. The authors said that the culture within many organizations is often to blame. Among other things, people often do not discuss important leadership, stakeholder, and risk management issues. Organizational structures. 3 basic organization structures: white bullet, functional. Functional managers report to the CEO. White bullet, project. Program managers report to the CEO. White bullet, matrix. Middle ground between functional and project structures. Personnel often report to 2 or more bosses. Structure can be weak, balanced, or strong matrix. A functional organizational structure is the hierarchy most people think of when picturing an organizational chart. Functional managers or vice presidents in specialties such as engineering, manufacturing, IT, and human resources report to the Chief Executive Officer, CEO. Their staffs have specialized skills in their respective disciplines. For example, most colleges and universities have very strong functional organizations. Only faculty members in the business department teach business courses. Faculty in the history department teach history. Faculty in the art department teach art, and so on. Table 2.1 summarizes how organizational structures influence projects and project managers, based on information from several versions of the PMBOK Registered Mark Guide. Project managers have the most authority in a pure project organizational structure and the least amount of authority in a pure functional organizational structure. It is important that pro-GCT managers understand their current organizational structure. Organizational culture. Organizational culture is a set of shared assumptions, values, and behaviors that characterize the functioning of an organization. Many experts believe the underlying causes of many companies' problems are not the structure or staff, but the culture. Just as an organization's structure affects its ability to manage projects, so does its culture. Organizational culture is a set of shared assumptions, values, and behaviors that characterize the functioning of an organization. It often includes elements of all 4 frames described previously. Organizational culture is very powerful, and many people believe the underlying causes of many companies' problems are not in the organizational structure or staff, they are in the culture. It is also important to note that the same organization can have different subcultures. The IT department may have a different organizational culture than the finance department. For example, some organizational cultures make it easier to manage projects. Member identity asterisk. Group emphasis asterisk. People focus. Unit integration asterisk. Control. Risk tolerance asterisk. Reward criteria asterisk. Conflict tolerance asterisk. Means ends orientation. Open systems focus. Stakeholder management. Project managers must take time to identify, understand, and manage relationships with all project stakeholders. Using the 4 frames of organizations can help meet stakeholder needs and expectations. Senior executives, top management are very important stakeholders. See Chapter 13, Project Stakeholder Management, for more information.